Yeah, this is Phashara from the Beatmonstas. When I come here today, I just want to break down a little bit to you about the Storybook Adventure. That's my new project. It's coming out on Beatmonstas Entertainment later on this year, 2008, sometime in this late spring, early summer. What the Storybook Adventure is all about, it's all about the art of storytelling, authentic hip-hop, and the type of approach that I took this time around was that I wanted to really get into storytelling and kind of depicting like raw images of real life from the world where I come from, you know what I mean? And that place is the west side of Chicago. When I was coming up, you know, a lot of the hip hop was about storytelling. So I decided to do the same thing on this, and I noticed that the more I wrote and the more I created, the more I developed the album, it was really based around stories. The album started out as Shelter, that was the name of the album before, but it took on a whole different thing, and it kind of changed and metamorphosized over time. The reason I call it the Storybook Adventure is because, you know, it's all about hip hop and the art of storytelling. So what I wanted to do is just really get down into the essence of the storytelling, sort of like the way Slick Rick did and the way so many of my influences did. My influences go back to, say, the late 80s, early 90s with cats like KRS-One, Slick Rick, NWA, Big Daddy Kane, Chill Rob G. KRS-One was ill just because of the way he really came at you and like he was teaching you at the same time. And it wasn't, you know, all the time like he was preaching, but you definitely learned things. And those are the cats I learned from, like Chuck D, KRS-One, Rakim. You know, those are the guys that were real strong with rhymes. So those are my influences right there. So the album is really driven by the beat and the rhyme and the authenticity of hip hop. It's got a real authentic sound. You know, me and my man Noble Drew, my partner in crime, my partner in rhyme also. We got down and did a lot of production. Also on the production side of things with the Storybook Adventure, I got my man Tall Black Guy and Radius. You know, they laced me with a couple tracks. I think Radius did 2 joints, Tall Black Guy did 1. And like I said, Noble Drew got about 4 joints, and the rest of the joints on the album is done by me. The Storm, and what the Storm talks about is a lot of things has been going on with hip-hop in 07. And hip-hop in 07 has taken a beat down big time because, you know, people like Imus say things in the media, and next thing you know, we're getting beat up over it. Who am I to speak on it? But in the Storm, that's what I did. I got down and talked about that stuff a little bit. Stop Frontin'. Stop Frontin' is about those cats that's in the hood, and just because they see cats being hard and ill on the corners, they feel like, yo, that's what I gotta do. So it's a story about a cat who really was a poser, and he got caught up in a bad situation in the end. That's something you should check out. Young World is the cut that turned out to be the lead single. It's produced by myself. What I wanted to do is talk to the people that come from the areas where I come from. You know, I'm from the west side of Chicago. On the west side of Chicago, things can look pretty bleak pretty often. So with that, what I wanted to do is talk to the kids and say, hey, you may be around drug dealers, you may be around pimps, you may be around all kinds of elements and gangbangers and different things, but that doesn't mean you have to become that. You know what I mean? So that's what Young World is about. It's just talking about the things that I came up in, and I decided to do a joint about it, and that's the first single, that's the first video off the album, The Storybook Adventure.
Yeah. You want it, I got it, I got what y'all cats is lacking. You want it, I got it, I create what y'all cats is jacking. You want it, I got it, I got what y'all cats is lacking. You want it, I got it, I create what y'all cats is jacking. Changing the tide, got a little bump in my ride. On the real Joe, all bull inside. I ain't afraid to die, but I'd rather be alive, and I guess it's